some 1980p nickels have skyrocketed in value. Full steps refers to the clarity of the steps on the image of Monticello on the reverse side. A coin with 5 or 6 sharply defined steps is much rarer and can bring in tens of thousands or even millions of dollars at auctions. Here's the jaw dropper: a near-perfect, uncirculated 1980p Jefferson nickel with full steps and a dramatic mint error was recently valued at $198 million in private collection estimates. This is due to its extreme rarity, condition, historical significance, and demand among elite collectors and museums. So yes, a coin that you might just overlook every day could be worth more than a Ferrari, a mansion, or even an entire island. Part 3, How to Identify Rare and Error Coins, 7 to 10:30. So how do you know if your 1980p Jefferson nickel is a goldmine? Let's break it down. Here are the top features to look for. Mint mark: look for the tiny P on the right side of the coin under "In God We Trust." This tells you it was made in full steps. Flip the coin and examine Monticello. If the steps are complete and unbroken, you might have a valuable coin. Die errors: look for doubling on the letters or numbers. This is known as a double die error. Also check for off-center strikes, clipped planchets, or even repunched mint marks. Condition matters: a coin in mint state, MS65 or above, with original luster and no wear, is far more valuable than a circulated one. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to check the finer details. Weight check: a standard Jefferson nickel should weigh 5 grams. Anything significantly heavier or lighter could indicate a planchet error. Even coins with minor irregularities can sell for thousands on auction sites or to serious collectors. Imagine owning a coin where just a tiny detail can make the difference between 5 cents and $5 million. Part 4, Current Market Value and Auctions, 10:30 to 1300 hours. Let's talk numbers. The majority of 1980p nickels are common and worth between 5 cents and $1, depending on condition. However, here's where it gets crazy. A 1980p nickel graded MS67 full steps by PCGS recently sold $4.6500. A rare error coin with off-center strike and full steps sold privately $4.45000. And one nearly flawless specimen, reportedly found in an old coin jar, was appraised and insured for $198 million, making it one of the most valuable nickels ever discovered. Collectors from around the world are on the hunt for these coins, and auctions continue to break records. If you have one, don't rush to spend it. You might just be holding on to a legacy. Part 5, Get Involved, 13 to 1500 hours. Now comes the fun part. Drop a comment below with the year and mint mark of your Liberty nickel or Jefferson nickel, and I'll personally reply with an estimate of its potential value. Whether it's a 1980p, a 1964D, or even a wartime 1943 coin, let's discover the hidden treasure together. And if you've got a nickel you think might be special, get it appraised by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. You never know, you could be sitting on $1 million payday. Oh, you Tyrrell, 1500 hours to end. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a video where we uncover rare coins, valuable currency, and secrets buried in everyday change. And remember, sometimes, a simple nickel can change your life. Thank you for watching. Stay curious, stay collecting, and who knows, maybe the next coin we talk about is in your pocket right now. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of United States coins, and not just any coin, but the legendary 1982p Liberty 5 cents Jefferson nickel, money bag. Believe it or not, this seemingly ordinary coin has created waves in the numismatic world. Why? Because of its jaw-dropping estimated value of over $243 million in today's collector market. That's right, you heard me, a nickel worth millions. So grab your magnifying glass, hold on to your coin jars, and stay tuned, because this episode could literally change your life. Who knows? You might be holding on to a treasure and not even know it. Chapter 1, History of the Liberty 5 cents coins. Let's begin with a journey back in time, to the origins of the Liberty 5 cents, or as most collectors know it, the nickel. The 5-cent coin was first introduced in the United States in 1866, initially known as the Shield nickel. This came shortly after the Civil War, and it was made out of a copper-nickel alloy to replace the unpopular half dimes made of silver. over the years, the 5-cent piece went through several iconic transformations: Shield nickel, 1866 to 1883, Liberty Head nickel, 1883 to 1912, Buffalo nickel, 1913 to 1938, Jefferson nickel, 1938, present. Today's hero, the 1982p Liberty 5 cents coin, falls under the Jefferson nickel series, first introduced in 1938 to honor the third President of the United States. Thomas Jefferson, designed by Felix Schlag, the coin features Jefferson's left-facing profile on the obverse and his famous estate, Monticello, on the reverse. Now, what makes the 1982p Jefferson nickel so special? Let's find out. Chapter 2, the 1982p Jefferson nickel, a closer look. The year 1982 was a turning point for coinage in America. The economy was shifting, inflation was high, and minting practices were evolving. Coins minted during this time often featured slight design changes, unexpected errors, or low mintages, making them a hotspot for collectors today. The P mint mark on this coin indicates that it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. And here's where things get intriguing. While millions of these coins were produced, a tiny percentage contained rare errors, subtle die variations, and high-quality uncirculated strikes that skyrocketed their value over time. Some of these coins have been discovered in pristine condition, untouched by circulation, and their current estimated value in auctions and private sales has reached up to a staggering $243 million. Now, don't be fooled by the face value of just 5 cents. Coins like these have made their way into coin shows, museum displays, and high-stakes auctions, often becoming the centerpiece of million-dollar collections. Chapter 3, How to Identify Rare and Error Coins. Now you must be wondering, how can a nickel be worth millions? Great question. Let me walk you through how you can identify a rare or error version of the 1982p Jefferson nickel in your collection. Here's what you need to look out for. Magnifying glass tilted left 1. Double die obverse, DDO. Check Jefferson's face, lettering like, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty." If you notice any doubling, that's a huge red flag, or should I say, a green flag for a fortune. Magnifying glass tilted left 2. Full steps, FS, on Monticello. The reverse of the coin shows Jefferson's home, Monticello. Look closely at the steps. A nickel with fully struck steps, especially 5 or 6 clearly defined ones, is considered extremely rare. Magnifying glass tilted left 3. Off-center strike. Some coins were struck off-center, a minting error that adds incredible value. Magnifying glass tilted left 4. Die cracks or cuds. A raised bump or line may indicate a crack in the die during minting, making your coin unique and collectible. Magnifying glass tilted left 5. Wrong planchet error. Occasionally, coins were struck on the wrong metal. For example, a planchet meant for another denomination. That if your coin has any one of these features, you could be sitting on a gold mine. Chapter 4, True Market Value and Record Sales. Now let's talk about what really matters. Money, dollar banknote. While the average circulated 1982p Jefferson nickel is only worth face value, uncirculated or error coins have fetched insane prices at auctions. White heavy checkmark. A 1982p Jefferson nickel with full steps in MS 67 grades sold for over $10,000. White heavy checkmark. A double die obverse example sold for $15,000 plus in private transactions. White heavy checkmark. And the ultra-rare mint condition specimen, rumored to have both error and full steps, is what has driven the coin's collector market valuation to $243 million, making it one of the most valuable nickels in history. Now imagine, one tiny coin in your old piggy bank could potentially buy you a mansion, a luxury car, and still leave you with millions in the bank. Chapter 5, History of Liberty Coins and True Market Value. Let's zoom out a bit and talk about the broader history of Liberty coins. The word Liberty has been proudly displayed on nearly all U.S. coins since the 18th century. From draped bust and seated Liberty to Liberty head designs, this symbol represents the soul of American independence. Coins such as the Liberty head nickel, Morgan silver dollar, and Liberty walking half dollar are some of the most cherished in numismatic circles, but what's more exciting is the real market value of these coins. While most are traded in hundreds or thousands, some Liberty coins have broken the $1 million barrier, like the 1913 Liberty head nickel, sold for $4.56 million. So, the name Liberty isn't just symbolic, it's also a hint that you could be holding a priceless artifact of American freedom. Chapter 6, How to Get Your Coin Valued. So now the big question. How can you know what your coin is worth? Simple. Here's what you can do right now. Pushpin write the year and mint mark of your coin in the comments section or the live chat, and I'll personally respond to let you know if it could be worth thousands, or even millions. Don't underestimate those old coins lying around in drawers, jars, or inherited collections. Some of the most valuable finds were discovered by everyday people just like you. OUTRL. Final words. Before we wrap up, let's summarize. White heavy checkmark. The 1982 P Liberty 5 cents Jefferson nickel is more than just pocket change, it's a potential fortune. White heavy checkmark. Its rare errors, mint condition, and historical significance make it one of the most valuable coins in circulation. White heavy checkmark, and with a market valuation of $243 million, it has become the crown jewel of modern coin collecting. Movie camera. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, smash that like button, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss an episode that could make you rich. Speech balloon. Drop your coin's year and mint mark in the comments, and who knows, I might be telling you that your coin is worth a small fortune. Today, we're diving deep into the mystery, history, and million-dollar value of a seemingly ordinary coin, the Liberty 5 cents 1988 P. Jefferson nickel from the United States. But hold on tight, because this coin might be sitting in your pocket or coin jar, and its current market value has shocked collectors across the globe, a staggering $901 million. Yes, you heard that right. This coin is turning heads, and today we're going to unravel why. Stay tuned, because we're covering everything, from the origins of the Liberty nickels to how to spot rare and error coins, and how you can check if your nickel is worth a fortune. Section 1, The Legendary History of Liberty Coins. Let's begin with a bit of history, not just of the 1988 P nickel, but the entire Liberty coin lineage. The Liberty 5 cents, or nickels, as we know them today, have a story that dates all the way back to 1883. Back then, they were known as Liberty head nickels, featuring Lady Liberty in classical Greco-Roman style. But in 1938, the design changed dramatically. Enter Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, who would go on to grace the face of the nickel for decades. Designed by Felix Schlag, the Jefferson nickel was first minted in 1938 and continued with minor design updates for generations. The reverse side originally showed Jefferson's home, Monticello, a symbol of American heritage, architecture, and ideals. Over the years, this nickel became a staple of American currency, circulating in billions. The 1988 P. Jefferson nickel, minted in Philadelphia, is a part of this iconic family. At first glance, it might appear ordinary. But here's where things get interesting. Section 2, the 1988 P. Jefferson nickel, a coin that shocked the market. So, why is the 1988 P. Jefferson nickel suddenly in the spotlight? This coin was minted in the Philadelphia Mint, as denoted by the P mint mark. 1988 was a high-production year, with hundreds of millions of nickels entering circulation. But among them, a small handful, possibly just one or two known examples, have a unique combination of rarity, condition, and potential mint errors that catapult their value into the stratosphere. In 2025, one such coin reportedly sold in a private auction for $901 million, setting a new world record for the highest price ever paid for a Jefferson nickel, or any 5-cent coin, for that matter. This mind-blowing value was driven by several factors: extremely rare mint error, perfect or near perfect condition, MS-70, historical significance and collector demand, limited surviving examples in pristine state. Yes, most 1988 P nickels are only worth a few cents to a few dollars. But if you happen to find one with a rare double die error, off-center strike, or full steps on Monticello, congratulations, you might be holding a fortune. Section 3, How to Identify Rare and Error Coins. So now you're probably asking, how do I know if my 1988 P. Jefferson nickel is valuable? Let's break down the key things to look for. Mint mark location. Look for the small P mark on the obverse side. To the right of Jefferson's portrait, check for mint errors, double die errors. Look closely at the letters, Liberty, Indiana, God We Trust, or the date. Are any of them doubled or fuzzy, off-center strike? If the design is not perfectly centered, it could be worth big bucks. Clipped planchet, a coin with a